What's going on YouTube? Today we're going to be going through how to create a very simple but yet effective scroll effect in After Effects. So first of all, let's go through it and see what we are creating today. Okay, so that's what we're creating today. Yeah, so let's go ahead and fire up After Effects and we will go through it. What we will probably end up with might be different from what I showed you, but it's pretty simple. And just by going through this tutorial, you'll probably be able to figure out or find out some cool tricks to create something cool yourself. So we just wait for this to load and we'll get going. Alright, so if you're new to After Effects, this is After Effects CC 2015 new update. It's pretty cool. So you want to go ahead and create a new composition. I will make this let's go for 10 seconds, not too long. You can leave everything just as is and we are good to go. Right, so okay, so once you're here, you want to go in, create a new solid. This is going to be your background, right? So you want to name that background whatever you want to do. Name that whatever you want to do, man. People do it BG, whatever. So go ahead, press OK. Go again and create a text layer. Okay, so what do we want to scroll today? Just any random thing. So anything I see, we go for. Okay. Okay, so we can't see anything because it's right up in here. So we'll go ahead and change that. Oh. Alright, just something we can see. Right, bump that up a little bit more. Alright, then I'm over the jump here. Right. Okay. Alright. Okay, so we got tablet. What else can I see? Alright, so what I did was I've duplicated those right here. So I'm just going to go ahead and drag them. Yeah, so we have something to play with. So we're going to go ahead and create a shape layer. This is just to show us where effects will be taking place on our scroll. Okay, so whenever a word comes onto this shape layer right here, is going to change attributes. Okay, so we're going to place this. Yeah, let's just keep it right here, just to resemble what I showed you before. Alright, so we're going to change color. I like the blue, so we're going to stick to it. Nothing fancy, just yeah. So we can go move on. Alright, real quick. Alright, so we're going to make this one a little bit. You know what? Let's leave it. Okay. So what you want to do, right? It's pretty simple. If you're kind of familiar with After Effects and you know a little bit about keyframes, this should be really straightforward for you. Alright, so what you want to do is just move them. Well, first of all, you want to press P after highlighting, right? And then you can see right here we have a stopwatch. So press that, and that should set keyframes for the position your text is on right now. Alright, so you want to go ahead and move it up a couple of frames, and then just grab onto it and just drag them along. And that should set new keyframes, as you can see right here. Once that is done, you want to skip a few frames. Alright, reset new keyframes with the same position, and then you want to drag it up to wherever you want to go. Alright, so just go back here Alright, one up, set keyframes, move it up, and then shift again. Okay, so we're just gonna leave it right there, and this is what we're gonna play with. All right, so when I play it, it's pretty fast. So what I'm gonna do is just drag it along a little bit more. All right, so it's a little bit more appealing, if you know what I mean. All right, okay, so this is what we will be playing with. All right, nice and simple. The reason why I kind of copy and like duplicate this keyframes right here, is so that there's no weird movement. I'll just show you guys what I mean. Alright, so we have this our text right here. If I go ahead and drag this back up this way, without duplicating these frames, it's gonna cause some weird like dragging effect, which does not look cool, man. Like so. Let's just go ahead and drag this out a little bit more so you can see what I mean. Oops. So you can see what I mean. Right, okay. Okay, so instead of the low pause before movement, it just starts to go down, and that kind of looks bad if you are animating. Alright, so you want to copy that. Oh shoot, my fault. Right, so just right here, I'm not going to do it that way. So do this and set the same goddamn keyframes. Alright, so copy keyframe, post up. I don't know why it's not pasting every keyframe. I just making my job difficult. Alright, okay, so see, so that kind of works nicely. That kind of works nicely now. Alright, so we're gonna go in and, well, that's pretty much the scroll effect done. Pretty simple, huh? Alright, so I'm just gonna go in and change the first couple of keyframes, or first keyframes to ease in. Yeah, and then you know what? Just simplify it. Press F9 once when you highlight all your keyframes to ease them in, if you know what I mean. Alright, just it's pretty basic. Alright, so anyway, we'll move on real quick and we will change the text attributes when it gets on the blue icon. Alright, so that's just the last little bit of this whole tutorial. Okay, so we're gonna go in. Right, let me see. Alright, I'm gonna go into our text layer, and we will go into the text and click your stopwatch on your source text. Yeah, I said it right. Okay, so we are gonna look for when it comes onto the blue icon, and we will set keyframe, move it up, set another keyframe. We'll move this down a little bit, and we will set the keyframe. I will come up here and change the text size, so we're gonna go with 150, just so it's a little bit bigger, and probably just change the weight. Okay, and it kind of looks like that, and we will move this back. Actually, let's move it back a little bit so it falls exactly on it. Alright, so you see how that happened there? Ooh. Okay, so boom. Okay, just like that. Alright. Okay, so when it's going back down, we want it to change back into its original. Well, we can just copy it. We can just copy this keyframe right here and paste it. Boom. Okay, we can do it that way, or just go up here and then just change the font size, and that should set a keyframe too for you. Alright, so that's that one there done. Let me go ahead and change the names. Screen, and what else can I see up in here? Right. Okay. Oh boy. Let's go for mouse. Why not? Alright, okay, so we can, let's go into the mouse layer, and we'll change that right here. So we'll go in just as usual. Alright, click on the text, keyframe. Let's go for, shift this back a little bit. Let's go for what was it? 150? Was it 150 I picked? And then wait. Alright, so boom, right there. When it's going back up, we want to set a keyframe to where it once was, 130, and then the wait. Okay, so whenever it comes back onto it, I don't think it does. Alright, good. So that's it. That's pretty much it. Alright, now let's go into the screen layer. Go in here, text. You already know how to do this, so I want to go find where screen sets onto this right here, and then we'll change this to 150. Computer's getting kind of slow here. Change the weight, and then when it's going off screen, we go back onto it, 130, and change the weight. Okay, so that's kind of slow in effect, but still works. Alright, so back onto this, set again, 150. And then when it's going off screen, we change that back to 130 and change the weight. Okay. Alright, now what I can do is I can copy this and paste it again right here. Okay. Alright, it doesn't go off, so we can delete that keyframe. Alright, okay, so that is that effect done. And you can go ahead and put in some sound effects and stuff like that in it, but that's pretty much it. Alright, so nice simple scroll effect in After Effects. That's a mouthful right there. So done. Well, that's it. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this, learned something from it, some cool tips, cool tricks. And if you're new to it, maybe you learned something about keyframes. Alright, so if you enjoyed it, a little thumbs up and subscribe if you did enjoy it. If not, just subscribe anyway. It's all good. Alright, and I'll see you guys with the next tutorial later on.